Hello.
Hello. So we are heading out today for the Grand Canyon.
Yep.
So we are very excited about that. We're getting a little bit of a late start because I slept like a rock.
So did I.
And Lynn woke up and she said he needs his sleep. And I'm like, yeah, but I wanted to get up at 7 so we could go. But
You need to communicate when you want a certain time.
Yeah.
Because I can always wake you up.
Yeah, and then she says, but you're going to be driving and I want you well rested.
Well, that too.
Because it's my life too. And I'm like, fair point, okay. So we're packed up and we're going to load the car and head on out. And we'll have some great views of the Grand Canyon. And it's going to be another one location video today. So it's going to be what it's going to be.
Yep. See you later.
We have officially made it to the Grand Canyon. So this should be a lot of fun. They've got shuttles along the rim here. So I guess we could go as far as we want and take the shuttle back to the car without having to worry about that. But let's see what we can see. And there is all kinds of overlook spots there at the canyon. So
You are here.
yes, we are here and we're going to go over to the rim and start looking. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Grand Canyon. This is incredible. Yeah, this video just does not even pretend to do justice trying to capture what we're seeing here. This place is enormous. With a capital enorm.
It's got a lot of the colors of the painted desert.
It's amazing. So Lynn, what is your initial impression of seeing the Grand Canyon?
Beautiful. Spiritual. Amazing.
It's like there's so much here to see, you don't know where to focus.
If you don't believe in God, you will after seeing the canyon.
I can agree. We just noticed this. There's a raven down on the rocks over there. It's like, that's got to be the life. I mean, you're a bird and you got the Grand Canyon. What more could you ask for in life? And Lynn just noticed sitting here is a squirrel just casually eating on the rim of the Grand Canyon, taking in the view. And our friend who is looking at the Grand Canyon has got a buddy that's coming up to join him. I didn't even, it's like Lynn said, oh, there's another one right there. And he's like, I don't have an actor's union card. I'm not going to be in your video. And you didn't pay me. So, you know, you have no idea here.
Well, they knew we don't have any food.
Where to focus your eye. And you look down, and as far down as you can look, and you can't see the bottom.
Oh my gosh, look.
Yeah. There are more squirrels running along this little rim.
They're having a good time. Free food.
Than you would believe. And just, you know, we're sitting here like looking down at this thing getting dizzy, and the squirrels are just like, Yeah, that's cool. Did you bring me any nuts? I'm gonna try to focus across to the other side of the Grand Canyon. And that is the max I can do with my phone.
It's so hard to.
And you just, you know, in college we took rocks for jocks as an elective. And, you know, they told us about how, oh, the Grand Canyon was carved by a river over millions of years. Sounds good on a textbook page. You come out here and you look at this place and you say, and your brain just can't wrap itself around, you know, the concept that one river did all this. We've walked a little bit around this area and and there's a salamander on the rock right down here. And he's scurried off. But if you look,
be a newt. I don't know.
but if we look down over here, you can see a section of floor. But then right next to that is something that's carved a little deeper that goes down further. So there's not like one bottom of the Grand Canyon. There are layers of bottom. Okay, I see something over there I'm going to try to capture. It looks like a little green section of river right down there. It looks like there might be some grass or something there, but a little section of green on the bottom of this immense canyon. And from where I am now, again, looking out, you know, where do you focus your eye? Again, strongly encouraging everybody, if you want to be profoundly amazed, gobstopped, whatever you want to call it, smacked upside the boo-boo, and there's a hole in the rock down there. But if you just want to be totally amazed, here's another section of something that looks like it's green with some potentially something growing down there. But if you just want to be totally jaw-dropped, oh my God, get in the car and come out here for, you know, there's just no other way to put it. Take the trip. Squirrel has just jumped up and gone into Lynn's lap. How freaking cool is that?
Grab it.
You don't climb over for that, and she ain't climbing over.
It ain't gonna bite you, and if it does, it ain't gonna hurt.
You really think I can reach it?
You know, he's trying to scare you. He's opening his mouth and he's going up and down trying to look bigger. He's a little freaked out. He'd rather jump than have you grab hold of.
There's a lizard sitting right on the edge of the Grand
You're
Canyon,
gonna miss him. Bye, squirrel.
just
He was like
taking in the view. You get so, like I said, you get so enthralled looking out, sometimes you forget to look down.
Yeah.
And coming around a curve here, so there's another overlook there that juts further out. I'm sure it's going to offer many different views, but you can see the sides of that thing.
And a rock that looks like it's gonna fall off.
Yeah, and at the very end of that, It's like, I have no idea how that's staying up there, but I'm not going to tempt it. But again, every few feet the landscape changes out here. One of the things that if you notice and you take a moment and ponder as your brain goes in and out of awe and you pick your jaw up off the floor, is you see all the different ways that this rock has been carved by the water. There's little terrace sections, and then it'll come off into like this big vertical section. And again, you know, it's like just passing it off with, oh, a river did that, is just, if you're just going to try to be that blasé about it, you deserve a good smack. There's a plaque here dedicated to Stephen Ting Mather, who was one of the people who helped create the National Park Service and figure out how to actually make it work. It's one idea to say we should have national parks. It's nuts and bolts of daily operations, and it's just another story altogether. There's formations carved into this from this overlook that are just so different from the ones we saw earlier. The little caps up on top of some of these looks like it was getting eroded, then the river fell before it could finish. It looks like channels were carved in some sections. Hey, one of those interesting things that pop into your brain when you're just kind of zenned out. I turned 66 on Route 66 this year.
Here, look.
That's a once in a lifetime. Okay. There's Lynn posing for her audience, for her fans, for the squirrels, for the ravens.
Come here now.
Okay, and with her in heights, this is
Well, the
a miracle.
coming to help me because you're not.
And I'll tell you what, I think the squirrels are following Lynn.
No. And I never fed any of them. I just said nice things to them.
Yep, he's looking at, he's getting shy now and trying to hide. Now from this point of view, that little area that we thought we saw before that looked like it was grass, now we can see it a lot clearer from here, and it looks like there's a small lake a little further up. But again, looks like there was a riverbed here, a bottom to the canyon at once, but geologic processes kept on going and carved something new. And you look up the cliff where that next overlook section is, and you really hope that rock is solid.
Yeah. Is it froze up now?
And besides squirrels,
There's the baby squirrel.
there's baby squirrels out here too, and little chipmunks. You know, there's just a variety of wildlife living right along the edge of the Grand Canyon.
He's looking for his mom.
He can smell where his mom went.
And here he
Can
comes.
you guess what else he might be doing? Exactly.
And I guess as you walk around the Grand Canyon, you can start to get a better idea of how all this fits together. So I said there was a channel before, and as I've come over here, you can make out the course of that channel a lot clearer. The origin still vanishes, but you can follow it coming down. Looks like the channel, so it comes out at that green area that we saw before. So just, the more you look, the more questions you have.
You can split, but you're not going to be in my lap again.
There's Lynn. Her squirrel friend found her.
She's a mama, and she's getting tired looking for food, so she's thinking if she just follows one person, she might get some. Unfortunately, I'm not going to do something that's illegal in our national park.
I'll swear it was a misunderstanding. And there's the little squirrel coming back to see Lynn.
The only problem is, sweetheart, is that
and he curved round to the other side behind her and said, yeah, I'll figure out how to get into that purse. This is me just playing like I'm not interested. This is looking straight down the side of this area. It's impressive. And over there is another one of those little oval-shaped openings in the rock. You're never quite sure what it is. And looking out at the greener areas, there are just amazing, all the different formations. They're similar, but they're all different. Okay, looking down the canyon more, this looks like it just goes on and on and on. Like I said, everybody should come here once just for the experience and the awe. And then if it hits you in the right spot in your heart, arrange to come back and spend a week here. And just one of those be advised sections. The surfaces that you're walking on are native rock. A lot of them are not. They're not paved, they're not smooth. So like I said, don't forget to look down, because you will do a number on your ankle on some of these. We have come into the town of Williams, Arizona, who is very big celebrating the centennial. One of the things I love about Williams and always have is the sign over the highway when you come in. So from Williams, you could actually stay here, and they've got a train that runs up to the Grand Canyon every day. And this is where we're going to be spending tonight. Continuing our tradition of letting you know about places that you have to stop. If you are in Williams, Arizona, stop at the Red Raven. I've just had one of the most amazing meals I've had in a long time. Can't say enough about it. It's a privately owned company in a older building that's been redone. I'm not going to try to film into the sun, but I am tired. That's the other window. And up top, kind of hard to miss. And don't forget the Red Raven in the window, if nothing else. But the menu is extraordinary, and you will love it. Hello. We are holed up for the night in the town of Williams, Arizona. Went to the Grand Canyon today, came back to Williams, and we're going to use this as a springboard tomorrow to go out to Oatman. Before I forget, we lucked out for dinner tonight. In Williams, Arizona, there is a restaurant called the Red Raven. Mm-hmm. It's owned and managed by a real restaurateur. We can't say enough about it. The food is outstanding. Everything that came out had this special little touch to it that let you know that the chef is proud of what they do. And for the dessert, I had a creme brulee. It is the first time in years I've had a proper creme brulee. The brulee was on top, it was nicely caramelized, and it was thin and crisp. It was crisp like snapping a cracker crisp. It's been years since I've had one done like that. So Red Raven in Williams, Arizona. If you're in the town, you'll love it. It's not inexpensive, but it is worth it. Capital W. What the hell if you're out here on vacation? So enjoy it. But Lynn, what did you think of the Grand Canyon?
The Grand Canyon, it was definitely a spiritual experience. You can't have that by looking at a picture. And once again, it's something I will never forget.
And it was so weird because Lynn was making friends with the little squirrels. Believe it or not, there are a ton of squirrels that live along the south rim of the Grand Canyon. Like they're out there on the rocks scampering. And Lynn sat down on the bench for a minute, and a squirrel came up, ran right up into her lap. So she's got something special going on here.
Well, I was talking to him because he was cute, and
yeah.
Oh, there we go.
But when you look at the Grand Canyon and something clicks back in your head and you say, hey, they said that this was done by a river, over, thousands and thousands of years, and you look at the Grand Canyon and you look at the size and you look at the complexity of the formations, and it's like, okay, I have no idea how one river did this, but it's impressive. You got my attention. So, and there's a lot of ravens.
Yes.
Yes, and the ravens are not shy either.
And chipmunks.
Mm-hmm. But one of the nice things, it's got a very long trail you can walk, and the visitor center on the south rim is large. Okay, for like parking areas, think of mid 1970s, 1980s super malls. That size parking, it's very large. Hope you've remembered how to find your car in a place that big. But they also have a shuttle service, so you can start at one end, walk a couple of miles down the other, realize that you're trying to do all this at 7,000 feet, and you're tired, and you just go to the shuttle stop and wait. The shuttle will bring you right back to the visitor center. So Grand Canyon, please treat yourself. Go out and see it. Make it a bucket list item, number one. It's worth it. So tomorrow we're going to be getting up and using this as a springboard, and we're going to be heading out to Oatman, Arizona. That's an old mining town. The mines dried up, and a lot of the miners let their burros loose. Let them run free. And the burros did very well in the desert and thrived. And so now you go to Oatman and you walk in and you sit down for lunch, and a burro comes in, next to you and says, hey, you buying? So Lynn is definitely wanting to see the burros. And on the way out there is the little town, not a town, I'm sorry, but a little state gas station that was the inspiration for a very important location in the film Cars. Now that is right before something called the Sidewinder, which is an old mining road that they used when they first made 66, 191 switchbacks in 8 miles. Lynn agreed that we can go that way, and she will keep her eyes closed if I promise to go slow. And I'm like, I've done it once before. Trust me, I'm going to go slow. So we will tell you more about that trip tomorrow. Have a good night.
Night.